After Amanda King graduated from Case Western University Law School, she decided she would combine her passions for social justice and photography. Today, Amanda is the creative director of Shooting Without Bullets, an art-based program that works with young Black and brown artists as a tool to help them combat social injustices that they face. Alongside Amanda is her best friend Kelsi Carter, who is the impact director and COO of Shooting Without Bullets. Kelsi works to ensure that Shooting Without Bullets has the structure and resources the program needs to thrive. They join us in the studio today to discuss how they've turned their skills into a successful program teaching Cleveland youth about the power of art and their voices. Welcome, Amanda. Welcome, Kelsi. How you doing?
Hey, good.
So,
Thank you.
What is Shooting Without Bullets? Tell us what this is.
So Shooting Without Bullets is a for-impact organization. We work to eliminate the systemic barriers that are faced by Black and brown youth, particularly in Cleveland. And we do that using an art as activism model.
So you're shooting pictures instead of shooting guns.
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
Which is where the name came from. Now, what are you discussing politically with your students? Are you just telling them to go take pictures of whatever they feel like?
It started as a response to state-sanctioned violence after the murder of Tamir Rice. Cleveland has had decades of racial tension between the residents and the police. Police terror has been in Cleveland's legacy for a very long time, but we're looking at the contemporary moment. Right. And so when I started Shooting Without Bullets, the first response, the most immediate and urgent, was police brutality and the need for police reform, because we know that young people have the most interactions with police. Police are everywhere where young people congregate. They're in the malls, they're on the subways and trains, they're in schools, and most of our young people live in over-policed neighborhoods.
Are you originally from Cleveland?
I'm not originally from Cleveland. I came to Cleveland for law school. And so I've been there for about 5 years, but as soon as I hit the pavement, Tanisha Anderson and Tamir Rice were murdered that November, and ever since that, I've been boots on the ground.
Okay, and Kelsi, you're from Cleveland?
I am not. I am from Pittsburgh, so Amanda and I grew up together in Pittsburgh. I've been in DC for the past 10 years until this last October when
She recruited you to come aboard.
Yes, I realized it was time to be on the ground.
And how many children or youth are in this program and going through this program, and what do you hope that they're going to get at the end?
We've worked continuously or for a long period of time with about 50 youth. So through programmings, through our public programmings, our mini courses, through the seminars I taught early on at an art center, and through our exhibitions and special projects, we've touched about the lives of 50 young people. We keep it small because our goal is to work directly with them, to teach them individually, to empower them using their own unique skills and talents, and really nurturing that.
This is not 6 months and you're out and
They can continuously be a part of it. So we have public programs where we introduce young people to our arts as activism model. And from that, you have young people who are engaged, who want to learn more about art as activism, but who are also tremendously talented young artists.
And you have a building?
So we do not have a building right now. We are on the ground. We do a lot of street photography for that reason, because we do not have studio space at this time. And you're looking at it. You're looking at
you're looking at the teachers.
You're looking at the teachers. You're looking at the business women. You're looking at the artists.
The chaperones.
The chaperones. You're
right.
looking at everything.
That's amazing.
It's really an entrepreneur.
The driver.
And this is a non-for-profit organization, I assume. So all the revenue that you get through charitable contributions and grants goes back into this program.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Right. And so what kind of artwork have your students created?
Our primary mediums are photography and hip-hop performance. And from that, they've done dozens of exhibitions, shows, performances. One of our artists, JB Banks, worked with Affinity, who's a local rapper in Cleveland, and they made a song, Wake Up, which was a political tool to galvanize young voters to participate in the election in 2018, in that midterm election. So the work that they create always surprises me in a good way, because they're thinking, they're engaged, but there's also an artistry and a mastery of technique that I think is really beautiful that's coming out of their work.
And what have you seen in terms of the children who've gone through the program? Have their worldviews have changed? Have their thoughts changed of what's going on in society?
Absolutely. As someone who's kind of come in in the middle of things. I was assisting Amanda kind of behind the scenes for a while, but as I came in and I started to work with the students to get to know them, to understand how this organization has impacted them, I've been blown away. They all say, yes, I'm an artist and I want to be an artist as a career.
You're also working closely with Tamir Rice's mom. Now, 5 years ago, Tamir was shot. He had like a toy gun. He was 12 years old.
It's a toy, yes.
A cop shot him right in the stomach, if I recall. And
yes, within less than 1 second.
And the sister got thrown in the back of the car. Well, she was handcuffed,
yes,
right.
She was
but eventually she was released. So you're working with them. How did you get involved working with them?
So when I started Shooting Without Bullets, it was a response to the murder of Tamir and working with young people to get their voices at decision-making tables. And I knew that this was a time where young people really felt the weight of the oppression, the weight of the system on them physically and emotionally. And so I knew that I needed to have some type of therapeutic and cathartic process for them also. And I knew at the time somebody who was studying art therapy. And so she was doing a project with Miss Rice, and she introduced Miss Rice to me and said, Amanda's doing this great program, you should consider Tajay being in it. And Miss Rice said, I don't know. And I think one day Miss Rice had to go to court or something and she needed to drop her off. So she came to the program and it was all love. So
wow, so Tajay's gone through your program.
Yes, she is.
How is she doing?
She's a regular teenager.
Really?
That's what I would like to describe her as. I don't want to describe her trauma. I don't want to put her in the box of somebody who is not going to be able to heal or who's forever going to live this moment. She's a regular teenager. She loves to laugh. She loves to watch TV. She likes to hang out with her girlfriends. Like, that's the Tajay that I want the world to see. I mean, of course, she lost her brother in a very horrific way. She was traumatized by being handcuffed and put in the back of the police car. But as a young girl who's only 19 years old, I'd hate for me to put that narrative on her.
I'd like to say that, especially for Black and brown youth and in Cleveland, trauma unfortunately seems to be such a normal part of everyday life.
So sad.
Yeah, we just learn how to move through it.
Right. How's Tamir's mom doing, Samira?
Miss Rice, she's a powerhouse. She's a force to be reckoned with. She's not looking at just the individual officers, Timothy Loman and Frank Garnback. She's looking at the whole system. The whole system, from the prosecutor to the police chief to the mayor to city council. She's looking at all of them and she's really strategically thinking about ways to attack and say, listen, no more children dying on this soil in Cleveland, Ohio.
Right. During the Obama administration, did they ever look at civil rights violations against the cops?
It was there. The Obama administration as a whole, I don't know that they had been particularly active in Tamir's case, but it is at the Department of Justice, and I think that it got there because we were in the Obama era, not the Trump era. And now, of course, it's completely stalled.
Right. Now, are the police involved with your program at all?
We had one day in 2017, I believe, which was a day of justice at a library where police officers could come and they could watch and they could listen to youth perspectives. We don't involve them in any type of leadership. We don't do collaborative projects, but we hope that the youth voice is heard by the police officers and that they will change as a result of it. They are policing these communities. They would consider themselves the gatekeepers of the community, which I would argue that they are not, but these young people are insiders and they have the true perspective, and we want the police to be able to see that perspective.
Is that something that you want to do and that you want to try to get the police involved so that you're all working together?
I will say that I want accountability first. The officers have to be held accountable for their wrong and then engage in a process of truth and reconciliation. Telling the truth about the wrongs that you have done. And then we have the opportunity to reconcile, to come back together, to discuss ways to build solutions. But no young person wants to listen to somebody say, oh, let me talk about a solution, but I don't want to apologize to you. And that's been the MO of the police. And so right now we're not going to subject.
Insulting.
Yeah, we're not going to subject our young folks to that.
Okay, I understand. So how's the community reacting to you?
The Black community loves it because it's an empowering thing. It's a thing where young people can come to our program, learn about art as activism, get paid a stipend. The art for the first time in a long time, represents them, it represents their community. The white community is embracing it. We do have a lot of allies, I will say that. A lot of allies support us in getting work shown, have donated, have hooked us up with collaborations, but a lot of white folks have tried to take our work down and continuously do.
Really?
Yes.
So there's a lot of division still.
Oh yes.
Wow.
But you know, being at the intersection of that is what I believe will create change and progress, and we don't stop. And our young people are very aware of when somebody censors our work or tries to take it down, because guess what? They're the ones who are helping me hang it.
Right.
Yeah. So
how's immigration impacting your work? Are you working with immigrants, or are they mostly American citizens that you're working with?
Our demographic, our young people are mainly American citizens who live or are enrolled in school in Cleveland.
Okay. Do you see any similarities between what's going on in immigration today?
Absolutely. You would be blind to not see the parallels, in my opinion. It's all a part of the same system, and that's why we talk about social justice. Obviously, we have a racial justice lens, because that is a large segment of the population that we're working with. That is, we come from the Black community.
Right.
I commend Kelsi, because she really looks at the individual, and she really is caring for communities, and she's done a lot of research on immigration, so she's very shy right now. But yes, I mean, the disenfranchisement of people and the excluding peoples from the boundaries of our country is American as America is.
Right.
I mean, it's the root of it. And in a capitalist society where there is 1% of people who control all the wealth and 99% of the other people who are scrapping for that, you look at the other and you say, they're the ones that are causing my problems and not the system itself. And so in the context of immigration, you other immigrants and you try to exclude them because of fear. This fear that someone's going to take away your security. And this fear is so strong that it is keeping kids and families in concentration camps. It's the root of why American enslavement was so long. It's why the Jim Crow era disenfranchised so many Black folks, and white businesses continuously prospered as a result of it. So yeah, I mean, we're dealing with people who are fighting for basic rights. Life, liberty, happiness.
Describe some of the artwork that your students have created.
So I think one of the best pieces that I can describe in this context is a canvas painting that has the word freedom on it, and freedom in different languages. And in the Watchtower, there's a depiction of Donald Trump, and it says, "Make America White Again." And it has so many people that are trying to, you see the red, white, and blue, that's a symbol of America, the American flag. And they're actually trying to climb up the wall to go over to the freedom side. America is not the freedom side.
They're going on the opposite
they're
side.
Going on the opposite side. They're saying, we're getting out of here. We're going to a more equitable place. We're going to a place
wherever that place is on the other side of the wall.
That we imagine, right? It's not here now, but we're imagining it. So I love this piece. This piece is used as a backdrop for a lot of our events, and a lot of people love to take pictures in front of this.
And which student did this?
Oh, it was a collective. It was a collaborative.
Oh, wow.
So I was teaching at an art center, and I had about 10 young people that I was working with, and that's them. They didn't finish it, but I still love it.
Cool.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes.
That's really cool. So where can people find out more about Shooting Without Bullets? Where can they get involved? How can they donate to help you guys out?
They can do all of that through our website, shootingwithoutbullets.org. All of our social media handles are also Shooting Without Bullets, so absolutely.
And before you leave, this is a show about achieving the American dream, and the American dream means something different to everybody. Tell me what you need, what America needs to do to achieve these dreams.
My American dream is a place where everyone has the ability to thrive. And to me, that means that, first of all, our basic needs are met. Second of all, that we're not oppressed. We're not othering people. We're not marginalizing people. That we're truly giving people the space and the resources to be themselves and to live as best as they possibly can.
Nice. And
I think the American dream to me looks like a place where people are held accountable for their wrongdoings. I mean, like, that's why we are in this predicament, is that people are not being held accountable, and that people are really looking back at the atrocities that have happened in America and saying, we're going to use this as a marker for what not to do and move forward. In America, there's still not markers of injustice. We cover it up, we throw dirt on it, we need it out in the open, and that's what our art is doing. And I guess my dream is that people will watch and they'll take note, and then we can be at that place that Kelsi's describing, where everybody's needs are met, everybody's rights are valued. But right now, I want truth, I want justice.
All right, well, thank you very much. Okay. Amanda King, Kelsi Carter,
yes.
Great job, amazing organization.
Thank you very much.
And it's amazing that, you know, young women like yourselves go back into the community and really try to help people from the bottom up. Yes, so congratulations to the both of you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.